year ago, my guess is you weren't on any draft boards anywhere. Even when you came back from the injury, you told like you were not good. You were not playing well, and I don't know how crazy it is for you. And if you even look at the stuff, I got to do one next week in mock draft, and I'm not even going to tell you where I'm going to have you because I don't need it going to your head. I don't need paint yelling at me. But you know, how crazy is it to think that a year ago you were nowhere on a draft board, nobody was talking about you as an NBA prospect, and now most places are going to have you as maybe a high lottery pick?
Honestly, it's just a blessing from God, man. It's just a blessing, you know, just to even be recognized, even be on any draft board. You know, it's been a dream of mine since I was a kid, like to just even be in consideration to be drafted. Like, so obviously, you know, I'm just blessed to be in this position that, you know, God has a plan for me, and you know, we'll see where that goes. But you know, I mean, it's just a blessing, but you know, honestly, I'm just focused on, you know, winning, you know, a championship, you know, for Purdue. I honestly, I haven't really, you know, looked at it. I haven't really, you know,
and don't look at the mock drafts. Don't look at anything. Don't listen to what people tell you. Any of that crap. Just play like you did when you know, nobody was talking about you. Play, you know, have that same hunger and that same drive, like Rob did.
I come in, you know, every game trying to prove myself, like I was in high school, you know, trying to, you know, have colleges come, you know, look at me and, you know, take interest in me. That's how I feel like, you know, each game I just got to, you know, continue to prove myself. And that's what I come with, that mentality, you know, every game. And, you know, I just got to stick with it.
Jaden, Jeff might have said something stupid that you weren't on his NBA radar, but I knew you were going to be an NBA player, so don't listen to his shit right here. Does Coach Payne still say don't drink the poison? Does he ever say that to you guys about press clippings?
What did he say that with you when you were at Purdue?
Oh, he would. It was always the press clippings can't kill you if you don't drink the poison. Does he still say that?
He never told me that one.
Man, see this guy. Coach Payne he's softened up. He is. Does he throw the ball off the backboard anymore?
You said what?
Does he throw the ball off the backboard anymore?
It kills me sometimes. He'd be doing behind the back passes. You know, it's
but
crazy.
But he never throws it off the backboard when he's mad. Like he used to be standing at half court. We'd be doing stuff, and when somebody would really screw up, and he'd be really mad, he would take the ball and he would throw like a hook pass. And sometimes he hit the backboard. And sometimes
you can't do that anymore.
What?
You can't do it anymore because if he hits somebody with it, now he's fired. Back when
that was the funniest part because sometimes he'd hit the bottom of the backboard or the side, and it would ricochet off and, you know, like drill somebody, or sometimes he'd miss the backboard altogether and it would go into the stand. And it was one of those deals where you're like, I really want to laugh, but I'm really afraid that he'll be like, oh, you think it's funny? Like, go touch the top of the stadium, right? You know, like stuff like that. So I'm sad to hear that he's not man, he's just not what he used to be. Jaden, who do you compare yourself to? I know I've heard some Russell Westbrook, some Ja Morant. I think you shoot it better than Russell Westbrook, but who would you say you model your game off of?
12, Ja Morant, for sure.
Yep. Did your mom coach him?
Yeah.
She did.
His rookie year. That's when I really because I went to the games sometimes, and I just really, you know, took note of his game, and it was just like I got to start watching this dude because I see a lot of similarities in my game, and you know, shoot, I watch his highlights before every game, just trying to, you know. I just love watching his pace, you know, his change of speed, getting to the basket, and you know, his highlight dunks, just his craftiness. That's what I really take note of when I, you know, watch his highlights, and I just try to, you know, take some of his stuff and, you know, implement it into my game.
Didn't you tell me?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, didn't you tell me, Jaden, that you weren't that athletic until a couple of years ago or something, that you weren't super athletic when you were in high school?
I really like in high school I had I could dunk the ball and I could do some cool dunks. So I feel like I wasn't as athletic than I am now. Like I really don't know how I got some. I guess God gave me a little bit more bounce. I don't know, but I mean in high school I really wasn't athletic as I was now.
My vertical is higher than a 19 and a half. Jaden, did you know that?
I believe that.
My vertical higher than 19 and a half. We're gonna settle this in the off season, Jaden. I'm on the keto diet right now, and I've lost about 15 pounds. I got about another 5 or 10 that I want to lose, and then we're gonna settle this thing in the off season between me and Hummel in a vertical.
Okay,
Jaden, if I lose to this dude in anything athletic, I will never play sports again. But basketball, golf, I will hang it all up. I will never be able to do it because this guy. I can still dunk. Yeah, I can still dunk. I can still even dunk off vert. My goal is to be able to dunk, not just period until I'm 40. I didn't get the random burst of bounce like you did. Unfortunately, you blow your knees out and it just tanks like the stock market on Black Wednesday or whatever. It's tough.